a look at this. Some crazy flooding in the heartland. Surprisingly, drivers decided to make the choice to try to push through it anyway.
The little Honda that could.
Why would they not get out of the
So this happened in Wichita, Kansas. The governor there issued a disaster emergency proclamation. Several water rescues took place. That's why we tell people, turn around, don't drown. That is what not to do.
Yes, and Wink News meteorologist Greg Rule is joining us now. So Greg, the radar is also lighting up tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely been an active day of weather across sections of southwest Florida. The cloud cover hung around, but the majority of the active wet weather stayed just offshore and or parallel to the coastline. And that's kind of exactly what's taking place right now. Some of the activity is slowly but surely starting to work its way onshore. And that's what we were expecting throughout the late afternoon, the evening hours, and potentially continuing into overnight. So as of right now, seeing where the active wet weather is, and you're starting to see some of those storms work their way into sections of coastal Lee, Collier, and into Charlotte County. A couple of light to moderate showers working their way into southern and central Charlotte County, just north of North Fort Myers, outside of Babcock Ranch, maybe getting in on a couple of light sprinkles. Very, very light rain activity in this batch of moisture. Some light to moderate rain still impacting sections of Collier County from essentially about Vanderbilt Beach, south through Golden Gate, Naples, and extending through the Marco Island area. So they have been really the big winner of some rain totals over the last couple of days. Now our forecast models continue to highlight the opportunity for a couple of these spot showers to drift through the area late tonight and then continuing overnight through early tomorrow morning. Some great sleeping weather. But long story short is there will definitely be that chance for some scattered showers, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. So as you're heading out the door, heading back to work, since school is officially out for the summer, you may need that umbrella, especially in our inland zones and maybe in a couple of these isolated showers and storms from Charlotte into DeSoto County. But there will be that chance for some active wet weather early tomorrow morning. Temperatures likely bottoming out in the lower to mid 70s area-wide, pretty much right on point where we should be of 72 degrees. That's what I've got going on in Fort Myers. My expected low of 72. Now, as we work our way late tomorrow morning into the early afternoon, you're likely going to see an increase of some tropical downpours. Tomorrow, as of now, looking fairly unsettled and wet, especially during the second half of the day. This is about 5 and 6 p.m. on your commute home, looking like some pretty impressive boomers, moderate to heavy rain, likely going to be dealing with some cloud-to-ground lightning as well. And this likely continues through around 9 and 10 p.m. tomorrow night before gradually fizzling out late Wednesday and then into our Thursday. So scattered storms, mostly cloudy tomorrow, but temperatures will by far be reflecting the expected rain-cooled conditions and the amount of cloud cover as I'm keeping high temperatures well below that average of 91. We're going to go 86 out the door. Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, Arcadia, 85, my expected high in Babcock Ranch. And then as we work our way into Thursday, this is when we start to see a change in the weather pattern. I'm not expecting much opportunity for rain in the morning, and then just a couple of isolated storms in our inland communities on Thursday afternoon. And the reason being is another plume of Sahara dust likely going to work its way into our area late Wednesday afternoon, late tomorrow afternoon. So it'll slowly but surely settle into our region by around 5 and 6 p.m. And then overnight Wednesday into Thursday, dust will be aloft, and dirty, dusty, dry air aloft. That doesn't allow storms to form. Storms like warm, humid air masses, and this is basically the exact opposite of that. So that will likely reduce our chances for showers come Thursday, Friday, into Saturday. Once the dust slowly starts to evacuate, then we'll slowly but surely start to see another round of some scattered storms into the area. Now, quickly down to the tropics. I'm sure you've heard some rumbles on social media. As of right now, a non-tropical area of low pressure may try to develop and work its way to the north, potentially within the next 2 to 7 days, trying to develop into either A, subtropical, and or B, tropical characteristics. Basically, that means it's going to try to get a warm core center over some tropical waters. If anything does develop, it will move to the north and east and away from the Sunshine State. Despite the fact that we're only day 3 of the hurricane season, we are already talking about the tropics. So scattered storms tomorrow, less opportunities Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The dust leaves, and then we return to scattered storms, business as usual, Sunday through the majority of next week.